Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to our creative exercise video number 13. This is a little series that I'm doing here in my YouTube channel where I am using some prompts from this book that I read about a couple of years ago or maybe a year ago, I can't remember. It's called Daily Creative, A Practical Guide for Staying Prolific, Brilliant, and Healthy by Todd Henry. And this book is basically, it has a prompt on the creative idea prompts every day of the year. So there's 365 prompts. And so I'm kind of going through them per month and just trying to see how I can translate these creative prompts into my scrapbooking. And so far I have liked it. There's times where I am, it's just kind of normal scrapbooking for me, but there's also times where I can definitely feel that I am stepping out of my comfort zone. So today's prompt is July 4, which is, we just had it, so I just thought that I would use that prompt, and the title is Inner Freedom. This is what it says. True freedom is not sourced in permission from others. It is internal. Others can only limit your creative freedom if you surrender it to them. Do the best work you can within the constraints you're given, and you will experience fulfillment. Rail against your constraints, and you will struggle. Remember, no one can rob you of your freedom. You can only surrender it. So I like that idea of like having control of what we allow the outside world to influence us. And so for that prompt, I'm actually like using that idea and translating it into making a Christmas layout, because I feel like even though we are in the thick of summer, I just feel like why not, right? Part of the kind of the idea that I got from this prompt was that I can have my creative freedom, that I can basically follow through with whatever idea that I have as long as I am happy with it, and not allow others to make me second guess myself. So that's kind of the thought that I had as I was working on this layout. There's two things that I kind of wanted to, should we say, do my own thing. First is, of course, making a Christmas layout in the middle of July. And the second thing is I wanted this idea of like something three-dimensional with this layout, and I decided I am going to do some paper curling. I've never done that before. I've seen it done, of course, on the layout, but I haven't really done it. So I'm kind of just winging it. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but I am cutting like a 3/4 inch strip, and then I'm also cutting a 1/2 inch strip, because I don't know at this point of me cutting, I don't know yet what I would like, what I would prefer. So that's why I'm just cutting 2 at a time. So we'll see how this goes. And I'm also using a paper pack, because why not, right? This is my layout. I can make up my own rules. And I am also using some of these papers that have cut apart strips on them. I think they will be really good. So with the documentation, or the memory that I wanted to document, these pictures are of Christmas Eve of 2020. I had to think about that. So I invited one of my very good friends, and we made some homemade pasta, because if you've lived through 2020, you know that you have watched a lot of things online. And one of the things that I watched at that particular time was how to make XYZ. So in this particular time, I watched this one video. I think it was a BuzzFeed video, I can't remember, but it was a video where they were showing how to make homemade pasta. I've never done that before, but I was watching the video and it looked, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it looked doable. And so I've always wanted to do it. And then so my friend, we were talking about it, and I said, have you done it? And she's like, no, I want to try it. Like, let's do it. So we scheduled a time, and we scheduled it for Christmas Eve so that when we're done with our homemade pasta, we will serve it to my family, and she will join us for dinner. So that was the plan, and it was so much fun. Sadly, though, I have not made homemade pasta again since then, because I gotta say, it is a little bit time consuming, especially since we didn't have a machine that would flatten the dough. So we will roll it. But yes, homemade pasta tastes way different than the one that you have in the box, and it was delightful, I have to say. So I just made some elk meatballs to go with it, because this was also the year where my guys, was very successful with their hunting trip the month before, and we had a lot of elk meat in the freezer. So I made some elk meatballs, and then we had the pasta. And we actually didn't, if I remember it correctly, we didn't really have a sauce for the pasta. I mean, we had butter and things like that, but there was no like red sauce or like some kind of Alfredo sauce. It was just, but it was delightful. That's what I remember about it. So anyways, these strips of paper with the rolled bottom, I was kind of envisioning that would remind me of the homemade pasta that we had. And so that's why I was rolling it. As you can see, I was testing out. At first, I had like a Creative Memories marker that I was using, and it was rolling it, but it was rolling it a little too thick. And so I have this like pickup tool that I have for, say, rhinestones and things like that. So I use that one because the circumference of the circle was a little bit narrower than the marker, and I like how that effect. Now, I have not put this in a sheet protector. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm sure it will just flatten out the circles. But for now, I like that I have been able to add some 3-dimension on my layout. Again, I'm just having freedom here, right? Like I probably should think things through, but I'm not at this point. So I'm just enjoying it. And so, we'll see how it goes once I am ready to put that in a sheet protector. I'm sorry that my head was in the way. I wanted to make sure that I am lining up things properly. And with that, that means that my head needs to be right on the layout. And that's the direction of where my camera is. So I also decided to use one of these cut apart strips. It had the Christmas trees. At first, I was thinking maybe I'll do the flowers, but I really like the boldness of that, and it breaks apart some of the strips on the bottom that had lighter colors, and then, of course, the photos on the top. And then I have one 3x4 that's a horizontal lineup or horizontal layout of the photo, and I put that on the bottom along with my pre-printed journaling. And then I decided that I needed to add a little bit more strip of paper, and then I'm going to put that on top. I don't know, it just seemed like when I was creating this, now that I'm looking at the video, I think I could get away without adding any strip of paper there. But at the time when I was making it, it just felt like I needed to cover up some of that red because there was too much just negative space there with the red. I guess that one's not bad either. It's been a while since I've made this layout, so I can't remember anymore. Now, I had this gold paper or cutout of the word thankful, so I'm going to use that as part of my title. And I did add some teeny tiny square foam adhesives on the back just to give that a little lift, and it will stand out, especially since it's gold, it's kind of shimmery, and we have these multicolored papers on the back of it. I needed that to stand out a little bit more, so that's why I added some foam adhesive there. And then I am going to finish it off with some more letter stickers for my title. I went with this green because it resembles some of that green from the Caesar salad that's on the top right photo of my layout. So I'm putting that there. And I believe I'm just going to spell season. It's a thankful season. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but I also feel like Christmas is a season for giving thanks. We should also give thanks every day of the year, but Christmas and alongside with Thanksgiving is a very thankful season. We have a lot to be thankful for, gifts that we get, treats that we get, but also just idea of spending more time with the people that you love. And then I'm going to finish off the layout with some random Christmas embellishments. I say random because I put all of my Christmas supplies in one container. So when I say random, it just means that it's just all of them are mixed there. They're all combined in one bag. Now, I've had these chipboard accents for, I want to say, at least 5 years. So I could tell that they're not, like, the backs are not so sticky anymore. So after I've done the filming, I will go back and add some liquid glue behind these stickers just so that it will stuck well and then they won't move. And I'm just kind of creating a cluster of embellishments in 3 different spots. The close-ups will be in the end here. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye now.